Welcome back. Well, Oladimeji Fabiyi is the president, yes, of national president, actually, of Turaki, Vanguard. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, yes, indeed, you're all preparing for that big time where who will eventually pick the ticket of the APC? I mean, your principal, former vice president, he's been there, he's done that. Others are saying, look, give others a chance. The Kwankwasos are saying, look, let us be the ones to run this time. He's not backing down, is he?
No, he's not going to back down. It's democracy. We're not into whether oligarchy or monarchical type of. We're in democracy. Everybody who is qualified, under the constitution has the right to actually aspire.
But what is he going to do differently this time? Because he's vied before, he's lost. He's vied in the PDP, he's lost. Now he's back to the APC. And what gives the impression that he's going to clinch this time?
Thank you very much for this question, because I've been asked on so many occasions. First and foremost, I think a lot of things stand Atiku out, at least in this present dispensation, in this era, at least from the start of this republic, this 1999, in terms of experience, in terms of vision, in terms of capacity to deliver. And on so many occasions, he has proven this. As a successful businessman, he has what it takes. And then as somebody who had understudied a very strong president, who provided a strong platform for governance in this country. So these are all the things that today Atiku believes he has what it takes to deliver Nigeria.
Do you think the former president is supporting him?
Why not?
Because, I mean, the former leaders have gone there, and previously he did not support him when he tried before.
General Obasanjo is a factor in Nigeria, particularly in Nigerian politics. And then anybody who wants to get, particularly at that level, you just have to seek his consent, seek his support, and that's why you see people rushing to go there. Atiku has done the same thing. He has formally informed him, he has formally written him of his intention to run for the president of this country. But for us in Atiku camp, we are so confident, and then we know that we are bringing out what I call, there's something they call gold, there's something they call GL. We are bringing gold to Nigeria. We're not bringing GL, we're not bringing anything fake, anything that can just come and fade away. That's what we're bringing. That's the product we are selling. That's the product we are giving Nigerians. And be that as it may, Atiku is someone who is always prepared anytime he wants to do something. He doesn't just do anything in a shoddy manner. I remember in 2010 when he contested, just like you said, against the president and PDP. He came up with his policy choices and the things he's going to do. I think coming here for me is about what Atiku wants to do. It's not about whether Atiku goes anywhere and people followed or not. It's about what he wants to give to Nigeria, what he wants to do, because that's what Nigeria needs, that's what Nigeria wants to hear.
Haven't they heard it before? What does he want to do now? Because he must have said this previously.
Yes, Chamberlain, Nigerians are tired. We're tired of unemployment, we're tired of this issue of security, we're tired of this shoddy economic policies, we're tired of deficit in infrastructure, we're tired of everything. Nigerians are tired, and these are the things that Atiku is coming to fix because he has the capacity to fix it. It is obvious between you and me that the present leadership lacks the capacity to fix this country. We don't have to shy away from this. And Atiku is bringing this on the table. When he declared, he came up with clear 7-point agenda, what he wants to do. It talks about employment, generational wealth creation. It talks about infrastructure and power. It talks about security. It talks about citizenship and governance. It talks about this. The one that really catch my attention is this Niger Delta and then the Northeast reintegration. It's very, very germane. It's very, very key.
Niger Delta and the Northeast
reintegration.
Tell us more on that.
Yes, thank you very much. Because he felt that at this point in time, there is urgent, serious need to actually address these two zones. You agree with me that in 2010, it came up with these policy choices, and Niger Delta being one of the key. And then it came up with this idea of amnesty. It came up with this idea of Coastal Guard, where you have the Navy going into the deep sea and then combination of Air Force, Army, police, and at the base, to give that, and security, to our in the Niger, to provide that security in the Niger Delta. Of course, he also talked about the Ministry of Niger Delta being located in Abuja, but unfortunately, the government that took over there didn't do that. How can you say you're having Niger Delta ministry and you put it in Abuja? Atiku proposed Niger Delta needs to be in any of the South states. So that is that. Now it has now gone further now to now say that, because seeing the need to address this challenge, these two areas, they're very key to Nigeria. Now, there's a serious security issue in the Northeast. So he said there's every need for him to come up with an approach, or with a serious to address this Niger Delta, particularly in the area of Niger Delta continuous development program, Niger Delta social awareness program, Niger Delta reform agenda, and all that. And again, in the northeastern area, talked about how he intends to bring about what I call Northeast, security master plan, Northeast comprehensive economic and reintegration program, and of course, Northeast reform agenda. So these are all the things he's bringing on board, because these areas are very germane. So these are the things he intends to do in this particular area. There is need for us to reintegrate these people. I think we see the need to do all these things, And again, when you're talking of someone who is very prepared, I tell you, all the aspirants are prepared, but Atiku seems prepared more. I can tell you, since 1992, he has had a shot. In 1993, he has had a shot at the presidency. And all these times, they are not child play. He has been coming up. He has come up with programs he wants to achieve. He wants to carry out when he becomes the president. So all these are there for discerning mind to see.
What do you say to lots of people who are also talking about, for instance, at the time they held that social media platform, there were lots of questions about if he's going to visit United States. Not having a visa is one thing, but visiting the country is another. What was the response to that? Is he going to go over there?
I am telling you, nothing stops Atiku from visiting United States. I have not seen it. And that comes to this, because we have to, I think it's an opportunity for us to address the issue. I don't know why why we always have the situation that anything that is Atiku is always being, if not over-politicized, is always politicized. Why? I'm not beginning to see... It's politics, so they are politicians. I'm not beginning to see that the fear of Atiku is the beginning of political wisdom in this country. I see that as the fear, expression of fear. From the people who are so afraid of him.
So do you disagree with those who say he's wanted in the U.S.?
America is not a country where they will keep anything under the carpet. If Atiku had been wanted, okay, there's a guy in Southwest in PDP that they say is the chairman. They declared him wanted. They would have declared Atiku wanted. Atiku left government since 2007. Today he travels out anywhere to any part of the world. And nobody, no court has indicted him here, no Senate, no committee has indicted him here. He travels anywhere he wants to go. So I don't know where all these things are coming from. Somebody was telling me, why is it junketing from one party to the other? I said, okay, sit down, let me educate you. Everybody knows why Atiku left PDP in the first. And is it only Atiku that has left one party to the other in Nigeria? Let's just face it.
What about the frequency?
What frequency are we talking about?
He's left.
Here is a man who is so passionate about this country. Listen, let me tell you, Chamberlain. Here's a man who is so passionate about this country. He said, this country has given me so much, and I believe I have to give back. I was orphaned at 11 years of age. I didn't give up. And I'm not going to give up on Nigeria because of his passion. Isn't it very, very, very inspiring to see Nigeria, despite our challenges, our difficulties that is facing us as a nation, Nigerians don't give up. Though why should Atiku give up on Nigeria, particularly when he knows that he has what it takes to take us to the promised land? So what frequencies are we talking about? We've seen even General Buhari move from one party to the other. We've seen senators, we've seen governors, and everybody knows that Atiku left PDP because of, I don't know how to describe, but let me just give you this description. You built a house, Chamberlain, and you invited me and Suleiman to come and stay with you in the house. At the end of the day, we connive to chase you out of the house to the extent of you losing your life. Would you stay in such house? Atiku is the founding father of PDP. We know what he did. We know his contribution to democracy. So today, I stand to challenge anybody who has contributed more to our democracy than Atiku. This guy went to court over 21 times, and won that 21 times. Today, no governor, no president can remove his deputy or vice president anyhow, because the Supreme Court declares that presidency is won. This man went to court to enrich our case laws, to enrich our jurisprudence in Nigeria. This guy fought for democracy to the extent that he almost lost his life. His businesses were attacked. So who in Nigeria has contributed more than Atiku to democracy in Nigeria? That is the bigger picture.
If